The setup information function is where you record information about setup instructions. When you bring the screen up, you'll see any existing information that you've already put in to the database. So for example, we already had a part of this record was in showing arrival at 2 o'clock at the ballroom. And so we're just going to put an entry in here, and let's just say dinner's going to occur. Now let's just say that we're going to have cocktails in the ballroom, and they're going to be 2:30 to 4. And that'll also be in the ballroom. Actually, if you leave this blank, it'll default to the location above. You can also leave the count blank, and that'll default to the guest count. And then we'll add dinner here. And we added cocktails here, so the next time this screen opens, cocktails will be part of the drop-down list choices here. So we're going to have dinner from 4 to 6, and that'll also be in the ballroom. And let's say we're going to have, we changed our mind, we're not going to have a head table anymore. We're going to have tables for 8, and we're going to have 12 of those, and then we're going to have 2 tables for 10. Those numbers may not work out, don't hold me to that. And we're going to set this banquet style, and if you want you can click here and enter a description and either save that description just for this event or for anything that you bring up setup style as banquet. And here you can type setup information. Let's say you're going to put information about centerpieces or certain ways to set the table, certain number of wine glasses, so on and so forth. And here you can put in colors for your napkins, your tablecloths. And again, if you put an entry in here, it'll be there the next time you come into the setup instructions. When you save this, the system will do a conflict check, assuming that you put ballroom as one of the locations that you wanted it to do conflict checking. And if you already had an event scheduled between 4 and 6 p.m., you would not be able to schedule this event. You can override that if you click yes here and then save, but I would recommend you never do that. Some of the other things you can do in here is you can change the font on individual lines in here. If you put instructions and you wanted to bold something, then you can highlight it, click font, click bold. Okay, and now when you print, that'll be bold. If you decided you wanted to add something in between arrival and cocktails, you could click this asterisk sign right here, and that'll move everything below down 1 so that you could add another line item in here. If you wanted to delete an item, then you click on this X here, and that will delete that row, and we'll delete this row as well. And now we can see we have arrival and cocktails. Copy directions function will copy directions to this location and insert them into the setup instructions. And this would be if this were an off-site location and you had, and this would be if this were an off-site location and you had specified directions in the site information function. And that's the setup information function.